The Task Force Manager is a relatively easy to use tool that allows you to automate reinforcements into your task forces. It may seem daunting to use at first, but with a little practice, it is actually quite handy and takes away one annoying part of micromanaging fleets at war. To find the Task Force Manager, you have to at least have one ship deployed. Click on the ship and then click on the little icon with the 3 ships on the upper right side of the menu to open it. Here you will have an overview of the fleet's current composition. To add a ship type, simply click on the little plus icon at the bottom. Here you will notice it tells you to select a ship class and an icon. The first icon represents all ships of that class. The subsequent 8 are custom icons you can select for any individual ship class in the production screen. For example, if you select a destroyer and then the shield, it will add any destroyers with the shield icon to that fleet up until the amount that you've set. The purple cross at the far left represents all ships of that class. So for example, if you select aircraft carrier and then the purple star, any aircraft carriers, regardless of their assigned icon, will be added to that task force. This is particularly useful when building ships with the same class in different layouts. For example, here I am building both ASW destroyers and roach destroyers. I want my roaches to go to my main fleet, so I give them the skull icon and add the skull icon destroyers to my fleet composition. I want all my ASW destroyers in separate task forces, so I give them a different icon, and once I have one of them, I can create a task force that only accepts these destroyers. This is also useful when you want to separate new ships from old ones, and so on and so forth. One key thing is that this only works on a per theater basis. Ships will only reinforce fleets that are in the same theater. If you create multiple theaters, you will find that ships being added to the reinforcement pool of one theater do not reinforce ships in other theaters. The Task Force Manager is thus an easy way to keep your fleets reinforcing without you having to micromanage reinforcements in, thus allowing you to focus on the battle. This is especially useful in multiplayer where the game is way more dynamic due to less or no pausing. To have fleets auto-reinforce, it is important to click on the automatic reinforcement button on the top right, otherwise they simply won't get reinforced. If you have your whole fleet combined at the start of the game to train and it is over the reinforcement limit, it is best not to click this button and just manually merge your fleet, as it sometimes craps out and sends ships back to harbor. It is important to know what the other buttons on the task force menu do. These 3 specific ones are engagement risk, repair priority, and automatic split off. Engagement risk defines what engagements your fleet will take. For this, your fleet will compare its values to the enemy's fleet. On do not engage, they simply will not attack any fleet regardless of its strength by comparison. At low risk, they will attack fleets with half the stats. At medium, they will attack fleets with 90% of their stats, and at high, they will attack fleets up to twice as strong. At always engage, they will engage fleets that are up to 10,000 times stronger than yours. For repair priority, there are 4 options: never, low, medium, and high. On never repair, ships will never be sent home to repair. When it comes to low, medium, and high, there are 2 different stats, one for out of combat and one for in combat. It looks like the following. If on low, ships will return home to a port when they are below 20% health out of combat or 10% in combat. For medium, this is 50% and 30%, and for high, this is 90% and 60%. If a ship's health falls below any of the above relevant numbers, they will detach from the fleet and go to a nearby port to repair. One useful thing to note is that when any expensive ships get too damaged, you will receive an in-game alert. The divine for this is set at 5500 IC. This means that only ships that cost more than 5500 IC will give you such an alert. Not all ships will immediately return home to repair though. If on high, 80% of your fleet will split off to repair. On medium, this is 40%, and on low, this is 20%. Finally, automatic split off defines whether or not ships will detach from your fleet by themselves. When this is turned off, you have to manually select ships that you want to repair. If you don't want to micromanage this, simply having automatic split off turned on will send back any ships that are over your task force reinforcement limit or that need to be repaired. Once ships are repaired, they will automatically return to your fleet. If this video was helpful, feel free to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a good day.